Hello, and welcome to Adventures in TV Land. For this adventure, for this video, we are in Central Ohio. Right now, specifically Mansfield, Ohio. But we're going to partake in the Shawshank Trail. A series of sites. I believe there are 14 of them here in Ohio, connected to the Shawshank Redemption. The first of which is right here at the Ohio State Reformatory. So let's go and just take a quick look at it and check it out. Our first location is here. Actually, the first of several locations is here at the Ohio State Reformatory. Now, the outer buildings here at the prison, have long since been demolished, but the actual prison itself and the warden's quarters and some other main key parts of the building were preserved by preservationists and saved from demolition. Many of the exterior shots in the movie were filmed here at the Ohio State Reformatory building. I have to say, it's really cool to see some of these locations that I have seen in the movie and see them with my own eyes, and that they're still here and they still exist. The prison has a museum that has some artifacts from the film, including the original rock hammer, the tube that was manufactured that Andy crawled through to escape to freedom. You can actually see that here at the museum. It's basically a long concrete tube. Inside the prison, there are several spots from the film as well. Even though the outside location is different, the room that Brooks stayed in and later read, that was here inside the prison. The theater was here, the warden's office, and several other locations as well. We are now in Upper Sandusky, Ohio, and where there are two of the Shawshank Redemption filming locations. There is the workshop and the courthouse. So we're going to go and check those out. Now here at what is the Shawshank Workshop. This was the wood shop that was featured in the movie in several key scenes. You can go visit the workshop here. They actually have they have a gift shop and a small, brewery / it's not a restaurant, but that's a part here. They also have on display here, they have a couple of the vehicles that were used in the movie. The prison bus that Andy rides in, as well as the ambulance bus, that Boggs, the prisoner who raped and attempted to rape Andy several times, who was eventually later beaten and evacuated from the prison. The ambulance that he's taken from, that is on display here too at the workshop.
But you said your mom used to be a bookkeeper? And how long ago was that? You can smack him.
Well, here, there's one scene where he takes and hits a guy in the head like that. So this is the courthouse. Inside on the 3rd floor is where the scene where Andy is convicted was filmed. Of course, you normally can't go in there anyway, and you can't go in there to film usually. And reading this plaque here, found it kind of interesting. Up there at the top, inside Lady Liberty, there is a copy of the Shawshank Redemption. She was restored in 2009, and supporters of the film led the effort to have her restored. Now we are in Ashland, Ohio, and there are about 3 sites here that we're gonna just check out. Our first site here is the Crosby Advisory Group. This was the site of the Maine National Bank in the movie, where Andy went into the bank and withdrew all the money that he had been saving under a secret identity for the warden. The next location is this old thrift store here. This thrift store, it served as the bus stop where Red purchased a bus ticket and ended up breaking his parole to go find Andy. I was mistaken. There are only 2 filming locations here in Ashland. So, in this field, which is just a bunch of beans now, right over there is where the brick wall, well, not the stone wall, and the tree used to be. Neither are there now, of course, because the tree was destroyed by a storm, and I guess the owner just took down the stone wall. This here, where we're at now, we are coming to the Pew Cabin, which is located in the Malabar Farm State Park in Richland County, Ohio, near Lucas, Ohio. This cabin here is featured in the opening scenes of the Shawshank Redemption. It is where Andy Dufresne's wife goes to have the affair with the golf pro and is later discovered murdered. Now we are in Butler, Ohio, and this is SR 95 and Hagerman Road. This is where Red passes by on the bus headed to Texas on his way to try to find Andy at the end of the movie.
I hope I can make it across the border.
We're still in Butler, Ohio here, along Hagerman Road. But this is the intersection of Hagerman Road and Snyder Road. And this was where he gets out of the red pickup truck. He goes walking to find a place where Andy has hidden a letter to him. Here's some still photos from the day of production. Back in Mansfield, this is the Brewer Hotel. This is the served as the place where Brooks and later Red had an apartment, at least the outside shots of the building. It also was served as the Portland Daily Bugle towards the end of the movie that received the notification about the corrupt warden. We're just down the road from the Borough Hotel now in Mansfield, and the Mansfield Antiques Gallery. And this was the pawn shop. This area here was where the pawn shop window was built that Red looked and he saw the compass that he used to find the message from Andy. Now we're in Central Park here in Mansfield. And this is the bench Brooks sat at feeding pigeons. This Save-A-Lot store here served as the Foodway grocery store in Mansfield that both Brooks and Red worked at after the parole from prison.
And a job bagging groceries at the Foodway.
Now the last site we're going to actually isn't officially on the Shawshank Trail, but this field here once stood the Westinghouse Electric Factory here in Mansfield, and this the old factory building was here. This was where the sound stage was built inside the building there, where most of the inside prison shots where you see the prison cells, they were built on a sound stage inside the old Westinghouse building, and that was located right here. If you've liked this video, hit the like button. If you disliked, hit the dislike button. Subscribe to my channel for further content and ring that bell for email notifications. And if there's some place that you would like to see me visit, or you have a suggestion about some future video you'd like to see me do, leave a comment in the comment section. And if you've enjoyed this video, or any of the adventures in TV land, you could help support this channel by going to Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, or even here on YouTube and making a donation or becoming a member. This has been another adventure in TV land. I thank you for watching. Until next time, that's a wrap.